is Teenage Marvel Fan, back in another video, and in this video I will be doing another episode review for Marvel's Spider-Man, and this episode was titled Cloak and Dagger. Now, my episode review for the last episode, I don't think it actually got uploaded. So I recorded it and I uploaded it, but then something went wrong in the uploading process, and then I ended up deleting it because I couldn't get it to work. So, basically, there's not going to be a review for the last episode. But basically what happened in that episode is that Spider-Man teamed up with teamed up with the Avengers to fight MODOK. And then in the end, Peter, of course still stuck inside the Horizon mainframe, managed to get inside of an Octobot and then send a message to Miles. But now let's jump right into this episode because a lot happened here. So of course there was all the Cloak and Dagger stuff. It was really cool to see Cloak and Dagger on this show. And one of the coolest parts about it is that Cloak and Dagger on this show were voiced by the same people that play them on the live-action Cloak and Dagger show. And you can go back and watch some of my episode reviews for that TV series from months ago on my channel. But yeah, pretty good show, and really great actors. They do great as Cloak and Dagger, so it was really cool to see them on this. But basically, we start off the episode and Superior Spider-Man is fighting them because they stole something. But then he manages to, he gets defeated by Cloak and Dagger, but he has it all recorded by his spider drones. So then later he reviews the footage and looks for weaknesses. So the next time Cloak and Dagger show up, Spider-Man is able to easily defeat them, because he knows their weaknesses and stuff like that, and almost ends up killing both of them because, keep in mind, this is Dr. Octopus inside of Spider-Man's body. So then later on, they show up to Midtown High, and that is where Tiberius Stone is, and it was there making a deal with the school for funding or whatever, to do like a sponsorship or whatever, but then everything was revealed that apparently Tiberius Stone has been experimenting on people, and he's the reason that Cloak and Dagger have their powers, because he experimented and tortured them. So of course they're mad at them, and they wanted to get revenge, so they were about to kill him, but then for some reason he had like this force field thing, but then Spider-Man tried to stop them from killing him anyway, but then he came to his senses and realized that Tiberius Stone is the bad guy. So then they all started fighting him, and then he used his force field and turned it into like almost a mech suit, kind of, but it was still like a force field, so it was kind of weird, but at the same time kind of cool. So they were fighting him, but I think things were really over-exaggerated because they could have easily defeated him, but of course this is a cartoon, so things don't have to be as technical, and things just needed to last longer. So then they defeat him, and they're like, yay, the day's saved, and all that stuff. And then that is where the episode ends for Cloak and Dagger. We will see them a couple episodes from now, returning, because they're teaming up with the Avengers and Spider-Man again, and that will be after Peter gets back into his body. And speaking of Peter getting into his body, so of course Miles now knows what happened. I'm kind of skipping ahead here, so let's go back a bit. So like I said, in the last episode, Peter's consciousness got inside an Octobot. Then he used the Octobot to type a message on a computer. Then he showed it to Miles. Miles read it, and then he did some kind of high-tech stuff, because, I mean, they're at Horizon High, and they had some pretty high-tech stuff. And they were, Yeah, he was able to like project a hologram of Peter so that it was easier to talk to him. And then Peter explained everything, and Miles was like, "Oh no, your worst enemy is stuck inside your body, and your consciousness is inside a computer." So, oh no, I mean that's actually really bad. But then Peter uses the Octobot to confront Otto, and he starts fighting him. And of course, Otto easily defeats Peter because, well, Otto is the superior Spider-Man, and Peter is just a useless Octobot that's like a little robot. But then Miles jumps in, and he knocks out Spider-Man. And then they just leave him there. I kind of don't get the point of this because, like, why wouldn't they, like, you know, capture him, like, put him in a holding cell or something until they can figure out how to, switch bodies back? But, no, they just leave him there, and it's kind of pointless. It's like that whole scene was basically really pointless. But we will see the conclusion to the Superior Spider-Man storyline in the next episode. But before the story concludes, Otto must face off against Venom. So that'll be really cool to see. But that's pretty much what happened in this episode of Marvel's Spider-Man. Post your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hope to see you in my next video so I can bestow all Marvel knowledge